What is up, everyone? My name is Roy and welcome to my channel. Right now, believe it or not, I am wearing a $1,000 sweatshirt. Now in this video, we're going to talk about what the sweatshirt is, what in the hell the sweatshirt is made of, how it compares to other sweatshirts that I own, and most importantly, is it worth $1,000? Stick around. Now let's just get to the basics, okay? So this is a black 4G embroidered Givenchy sweatshirt. The retail price on this is $980. 980 American dollars. That's a lot of money for a sweatshirt. Now what is this thing made of? Well, it's made of French terry fabric. This is 100% cotton. This is really the go-to material for all super high-end sweatshirts. It's got that flat, smooth exterior surface. On the inside though, it is looped, kind of like what you would find on a bath towel, which is really kind of what sweatshirts were originally designed for. They were designed to wick away sweat. So it's no surprise that the interior of this looks very similar to what a bath towel would look like. In terms of the weight of this sweatshirt, this is a very heavy sweatshirt. And that's not to mean that it's uncomfortable, because I find, in fact, the heavier the sweatshirt, the more comfortable they are. The lighter sweatshirts, they're good for summertime, maybe, but when you want something that's just comfortable and wearable in the fall and the winter, you want that heavier weight fabric, and this is definitely heavyweight. The downside to heavyweight though is that it becomes really hard to layer these things. So if you were thinking of wearing this underneath a denim jacket or a windbreaker or something, like, there is a lot of bulk to this, and there's a good chance that some of your jackets that you might want to layer with this just won't fit over this. So that's why, sometimes it's nice to have a lighter weight sweatshirts. So in addition to fabric, the other thing that I look for in sweatshirts are collars and cuffs. So that's basically the ribbing that you have on your cuffs at the bottom hem and at the neck opening. So in this case, they feel very nice. They feel very high quality. Like, there's a lot of stretch to them. They feel very heavy and industrial and substantial. But again, this sweatshirt is $980. I don't think that the quality of this, in terms of the fabric and the cuffs and just the overall feel and the weight of the sweatshirt, is anything better than you would get in like $100 sweatshirt. So why is this thing worth $980? Well, it's Givenchy. So you're paying for the name. Clearly you're paying for the name. Givenchy is a very famous fashion house out of Paris. If you buy into that, if you buy into the vibe, if you buy into the brand, if you buy into the image of Givenchy, you pay extra for that. Obviously, you're paying extra for it in everything that they sell, especially in a $980 sweatshirt. Now, having said that, there is one feature to the sweatshirt that really adds to the cost and the overall look of the sweatshirt, and that is not something you can see on the front. It's actually embroidered on the back. So on the back, you actually have that 4G embroidered logo. Now, the embroidery on the sweatshirt is very nice. There is not a stitch out of place. There is not a thread out of place. There is not a line that is not perfectly lined up. The embroidery is top quality, first rate, and you would expect it for a $1,000 sweatshirt. I'm not sure how well this is showing up on camera, so I'm trying to get the glare from the lighting to show you the detail, but it is a polyester thread that they do the embroidery with, so there is a tiny bit of shine to it, and that's what actually makes it visible on the back of the sweatshirt. It's very visible in the light when you see it like this, but when you're just kind of walking around and whatnot, it doesn't like jump out at you as if it was like a contrasted color. It's black on black, so it is subtle, but when you see it, it does look very nice. Now, does embroidery mean that this thing is worth $1,000? No. I have lots of embroidered stuff that costs $40, $50, $60. I've seen embroidery machines at work. You just set the garment in the machine and the machine goes ahead and does everything. There's nothing handmade about this. It does take a lot of time because there is a lot of embroidery on the back of the sweatshirt, but no, that doesn't add up to $1,000. Again, you're paying for the name, you're paying for the brand, you're paying for fashion. So we've talked about fabric, we've talked about the cuffs and the collars and the high quality industrial feel of them. We've talked about the quality of the embroidery on the back. I've mentioned it a couple of times that I don't think this is particularly worth $980 unless you buy in to the fashion label Givenchy and you are into, you know, that high-end look for things. It feels, you know, the weight of the material, the construction, the fabric, it feels like it's going to last a long time, with the exception of, at least in my head, back to the embroidery, because I feel like the more I wear this, the more I have to have it dry cleaned or laundered. Actually, you can do this in the laundry. It says that you just have to put it in a delicates bag. So you would have to wash this in one of those sort of laundry bags that kind of keep it from getting destroyed in the wash. But in my head, you know, I'm thinking the more I get this dirty, the more I have to wash it. The more I have to wash it, the sooner that these threads on the back will start to get out of place and start to pop out and start to look a little ratty. So if you're into Givenchy as a brand and you're looking for a sweatshirt, this is definitely a very nice one to add to your collection. Most people would never pay this much money for a sweatshirt, so I want to see how this compares to some of the other sweatshirts that I own. The first one being an Adidas just classic cut sweatshirt. Now this is a navy blue Adidas just classic cut raglan sleeve, you know, regular fit sweatshirt. This is also 100% cotton, but you will notice the material in this is actually different from the material in the more expensive Givenchy. So the exterior looks very similar. It's got that smooth finish to it. On the inside though, it is not a loop back fabric like the Givenchy was. This is more like a fleece that they actually just agitate the underside of the fabric to make it a little bit, to rough up the fiber so that it becomes a little bit softer. And that's really the interior that you're using on this sweatshirt. In terms of fit, the Givenchy was a little bit oversized and this is a lot closer to the body. Does it feel as heavy? No. Does it feel as high quality? No. In terms of the weight of the fabric, the feel of the cuffs and the stretch in the cuffs and in the hem and in the collar. But this is $60 and the Givenchy is $1,000. So is the Givenchy more than 10 times better than this sweatshirt? Just from a rational perspective, absolutely not. But again, you're paying for the brand. But something like this is something that I would wear, you know, going to run my errands, going to the movies, going to, you know, the store, just running around town. This is a little bit tighter on my body so that I can actually wear this and layer it with another jacket, which is something that I look to do in the fall and the winter time. But yeah, overall, this is a very nice sweatshirt as well. It's only $60. I actually bought this off the website ASOS. And again, this feels like it might hold up a little bit better in the day-to-day wear and washing, just because I am so concerned about the washing and the embroidery on the back of that Givenchy sweatshirt that it's only a matter of time before the threads start to come loose and it starts to look a little bit ratty. And even further down the price point in the realm of sweatshirts, this is just a plain ASOS short sleeve sweatshirt. So the design is a little bit different. But again, the fabric on this is similar to the Adidas in that it is just a fleece interior. It's the inside of the fabric is just fleece. So it is super soft. It honestly feels way softer than the more expensive sweatshirts, both the Adidas and the Givenchy. But for some reason, softer doesn't, to me, feel any better because the quality doesn't feel like it's there. Obviously, the quality isn't there. This is about a $20 sweatshirt. It is very soft. It is very comfortable. Again, for $20, like you really can't go wrong with something like this. The ribbing on this, it's just got the hem and the collar, but this honestly feels just as good as what you saw on the more expensive Adidas. It's still not quite as, you know, heavy duty as what you found in the $1,000 sweatshirt, and it's a much lighter fabric. Like this feels much lighter, much airier than the heavier, more expensive sweatshirts. Now in terms of comfort, this is very, very soft. But just the sense of quality, you don't feel it in this just because I think of the weight of the fabric. You can kind of feel little rougher edges where the seams are on the inside. You can feel those seams, whereas you can't really feel it on the more expensive sweatshirts. But again, this is $20. So in your day-to-day, this is a go-to that I currently use when I'm just running around the city. So to wrap this up, guys, again, it is super extravagant to spend $1,000 on a sweatshirt. At the time, I really liked that sweatshirt. I needed a black sweatshirt. I was really into the brand Givenchy. I'm a little bit less so now, but at the time, I really liked it, and so I bought it. Is it something I wear every day? No, but it's nice because it is something that you can wear in various occasions. You can actually dress up a sweatshirt, believe it or not, with some khakis. You can wear a button down underneath of it with a sweatshirt, and if you have a bigger blazer that will fit over it, you could do that. It is bulky, so it is difficult to layer it with tighter fitting clothing, but if you have a bigger jacket or a bigger blazer, it will fit and it will actually look really nice. So if you guys enjoyed this video, thank you. Please like it and share it with a friend. Also, please consider subscribing to my channel where I post lifestyle and advice videos, all designed to be simple and help boost your happiness and your well-being. Thanks for watching. Take care, guys. See you next time.